And there's currently a research project that you're working on. Do you want to just share a little bit about that?
Well, it's part of, well, I'm lucky enough to have a Nelson Mandela PhD scholarship, so I'm doing a series of research project, and it's really, the first one I looked at was really around social identity. What I'm looking at the moment is what actually happens on site when people get on board with the program. So the first one is really about why, the next one is about what happens when we're doing it. The different levels that people engage in. So at one stage, when people get involved as connectors and assist workers or sites signing up, it's really, really important to have that really big and strong, because it gives people confidence that I'm not on my own here, I've got people to support me, I can take an active role. But what we find then is that when people have that, then the next day is, what else can we do, and how can we actually bake it in to business as usual? So some of the stories I heard about from workers, it's the most amazing things people are doing with it. Putting into toolbox talks, getting guest speakers on site, a union delegate that always leave their office unlocked because anyone should be able to go in and have a quiet talk if they wanted to. Having a bowl of lollies on the desk to make sure that people come in and to grab a lolly so that they can just check in with them how they're. All those kind of things that are not anywhere in the manual, the people are just doing to make it a natural part of doing business. And the last thing is then that people are acutely aware that suicide prevention happens within relationships, so that we have the structures for it, we normalize it, but actually the hard work happens between two people having a talk. So how do we set ourselves up so that we are approachable, accessible, know enough about people to pick it up, and people are really, really proactively around that. And then a little bit about what actually happens when we do that. So when we make that normal, to think about suicide, having the safe works in place and ask into it, what does that do to our culture on sites and how does that change? Because one of the long-term objectives of MATES is that MATES is no longer a program we run on sites, but a way we do business. So we actually have to sort of make ourselves redundant, and that is done by people changing the way we interact with each other, the social rules of the sites. And again, coming back to that through the mateship, through people going from site to site to site. One site is doing it really well, and then the next 5 sites are doing a little bit better than they did last time, and then they will improve, and then we have a process of continual improvement.